Showtime!
Get some burgers and fries. Yeah, man, video games. It's such a broad spectrum these days. Growing up, at least in America, there wasn't many anime, particularly like specific anime video games, and I
Yeah.
really didn't get many other than, I mean, obviously Pokemon.
Hmm.
Some I guess you'd call Final Fantasies almost,
It
anime
isn't.
like isk,
Yeah.
but
It hits the anime like.
yeah, anime like. I guess if I had to bring it back, I think Pokemon was my first like real kind of like anime. What brought me to buy the Pokemon games to the Pokemon
Hmm.
TV show? That's what it was. So at a young age, we had to, what side of the fence are you on? Are you blue or are you red? You know what I mean? What was your first Pokemon game? I because Yellow didn't come out until
I
later. So
Hey, guess what?
oh
I
no, it is
was
Yellow.
broke
Oh,
until
you're broke.
Yellow came out, so I was
There you go.
borrowing red or blue, uh, and that was it.
There
You
it
know what I mean?
is.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was it. Now I am going to. I'm going to share with you something that might actually resonate with you because I was
Yeah.
just thinking about like what's the game. I'm gonna drop it in. I'm gonna drop it in Discord. What's the game that would immediately awaken that like old school go down to the fucking video store, you see a thing and you go, "Oh, I'll try this out."
Um, Go to the video store and try it out. I mean, Dragon Ball
I
Final Bout?
I
No.
just I just shared it in Discord. You should
Oh,
check the Discord really
okay.
quick.
I've never heard of this game. What the fuck is this game? Tobal number one? What?
It has the Toriyama esque ass like the most Toriyama looking art style.
Oh my god. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
right.
this is wild looking. Yeah. So guys, if you haven't heard this game, it's called Tobal Number One. It's from SquareSoft before they got acquired as Square Enix on PlayStation
Yeah.
One. Um, Holy crap!
This
This
is
looks
this is what I mean. Like this is what I mean when it's like anime like. So it is a fighting game for the PlayStation way back when, way in the 90s. And it was like this weird sort of like fighting game that was sort of like an adventure quest mode type of thing in there, but it was like I don't know. The mechanics were wonky, man. I'm not gonna lie. Um, they're super wonky, but Kira Toriyama, he said, "You know what? I'll design some characters. What else am I doing? What else am I doing with my time, right?"
yeah. No, this looks like, dude. Who's this guy who looks like hipster Link in here? What the fuck is this guy? It's
so
like he
so
took Dragon
so
Quest and he is like, hey, let's put that in like Dragon Ball and let's
are you
have
ready
make
for
him have
this?
a big. Go ahead.
Are you ready for this? Yeah,
I'm
it's
ready.
just it's a wild character design. But the only reason I know this game is that when we rented it, it still had the demo disc with it.
Oh,
So there was a demo disc that had Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy Tactics, Bushido Blade, and Saga Frontier.
holy shit!
And those again, this is what I mean when I'm like the anime likes the like anime adjacent games that have that like anime feel, but they never had like a proper anime. You know what I mean? They never had that proper adaptation. And yeah, obviously later, we got the Final Fantasy VII stuff. Um, but yeah, it was wild. It's wild that like that permeated. Like you said, we didn't really start getting like anime games proper until like 2010s, like
Yeah.
actual fully fleshed out, like you're reliving the events, and it's a this type of game, like the Naruto's and the other Dragon Ball games that's popped up that got like really popular. Um, yeah, man, it's just like anime video games come real far and then they stagnated.
Yeah, for a minute there, I like legit like you can get them on the store shelves. There wasn't that many from what I vaguely remember. I remember people modding their PS2 and basically just being able to play everything that was overseas. And a
Yeah.
couple games that come to mind is like I was really hot into Gundam or Gundam Wing
Ooh,
mid
yeah,
90s, and
Gundam.
there's this basically Street Fighter esque Gundam game that was called Gundam Wing Endless Duel. It was just mechs fighting each other, and it was kind of dope. And they had these cool, just looking sprites they made for them, and the soundtrack was dope. And yeah, that was interesting. And then
Gundam Wing Endless Duel. Oh wait,
yeah,
Shinkido Senkai Gundam Wing Endless Duel. That looks sick.
it was
I
sick.
don't think
Yeah,
I don't. I think I watched people play this, and that's why I feel so weird. Oh wait, when did I get my? When there was the big emulator boom. I remember now. There's the big emulator boom. I played this, so I remember going, "I
Dreamcast.
can play Shining Gundam. Let's go!"
Yeah, shout out to
Because you
Tomato.
can you can unlock Shining Gundam. Yeah, yeah. I remember now. Yeah, punching,
Yeah, it was along with all
punching
those
and
fighters
fighting.
back then because even before that we did the Pokemon games, but like one that stood out to me that was always like either stolen from video stores or just never someone was always rented it out was Dragon Ball GT The Final Bout. Arguably one of the worst Dragon Ball games made, but it was 3D and whenever I went to go rent it, it was always gone and or stolen or people stopped carrying it or whatever, and it was really hard to come by. And then there was what's another? Could we even categorize Street Fighter as like anime esque? Because it really wasn't in the beginning there, right? It was just straight
I
up.
mean, I mean, there is still like a big association to anime because
Mm.
of, I mean, the Street Fighter Two movie. Like,
Yeah, that was amazing looking movie.
it changed. I personally think that changed the tone of Street Fighter going forward. I
Mm.
think it was very much a like it was intended to be a spoof on like the international fucking martial arts tournament with everybody comes and fights in the goddamn arena or on the street with their
Very
specific,
80s.
yeah,
Yeah.
with their very specific style of fighting. um yeah, it was just, god, it was so good. um and then just eventually it just kind of had the ridiculousness of anime because you got, your supers got more complex, you got ultimates, you got, the finishers, and I don't know, it just kind of adopted that anime style because it seemed to like with Street Fighter, I don't know, it just seemed to fit like aesthetically.
Worked well, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it was a good pairing. It was a good decision to kind of lean more into like the anime-esque style for Street Fighter.
Because
And then
Mortal
we just,
Kombat really didn't do that.
yeah,
Its
it stuck with the
style was
realism.
very the realism was always kind of there. And I'll always remember those fucking sprites they made of people of like real, characters, real people. They would just record and doing all these crazy, stagnated like punches and shit. Liu Kang, just turn him, rotate him like 90 degrees. He's doing a fucking bicycle kick over and over and over. Um,
Yeah, yeah. And
Good
then
stuff.
yeah, and then we did kind of start moving towards like more overtly like anime inspired games. You got your god, the lawyer one, what's it called? Phoenix Wrights.
There you go.
Get your
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix
Yeah.
Wrights.
Oh,
That's, oh, beautiful,
s-
beautiful.
start
Persona.
start on
Persona?
did it start on 3DS?
Did it
The
start on three? I'm
attorney?
pretty
I
I'm
don't
pretty
remember.
sure. I'm pretty sure because it was very like a point and click adventure type of thing. and I don't think that was ever like a big console type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think it was a big console.
game. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. You're a big Persona guy. Where did that start? You're like that, because I know Persona 1 and 2 were they released like in the US?
I
I don't have
don't
any memory
think
of that.
so. So as far as like the Atlas games, like the first Atlas game I played, I think it was like Disgaea 3.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a great game. That's a
I think
great.
I think Disgaea 3 was the first one I played, and then I was like, "Yo, I love the like style of this company. What else are they cooking? What else is in the pot?" Um, and I dabbled with the Shin Megami Tensei games. It wasn't really like my attention span is bad. Like really, when I was that age, it was like really bad to kind of like get into those types of games. Mostly because like my brain was just I don't know, I couldn't focus, and I would forget what I was doing, and I'm really bad at remembering to save, and it was just not a it's just not a it's not a good compliment. But yeah, I remember like, a lot of friends growing up uh with the Disgaeas and the Final Fantasies, and Final Fire Emblem when it started getting big, Dot Hack,
Huge. Oh god,
um
Doc Hack. Yeah.
yeah,
Star
Dot Hack,
Oceans.
Star
To the End
Ocean,
of Time. Yeah.
lots of RPGs made in
Grandia.
Japan, because we're not going to say the thing. Not in this podcast, we're not. We all know what everyone says about those
Those type of games.
RPGs made in Japan. Um,
Um,
yeah, it was just like it really started having like video games like specifically started having their identities, right? Like right around that kind of like boom where anime was starting to kind of like pick up really slowly in the like 2007 2011 like stretch, when we really started like streaming and stuff popping off and all that.
it felt very experimental.
Yeah.
A lot of the genres, like they didn't know, they didn't have their stride in. It felt like, I mean, the thing that blew me away, it just came out. Oh God, I honestly forgot when. I mean, this is your game, dude. Kingdom Hearts. When that game came out,
Ooh, baby.
that was it. Felt like a fever dream. I was like, wait, what? Disney's playing with freaking Final Fantasy like characters and they're mixing them together in this world where you go to different worlds, and it threw me for a loop and sucked me right in, man. I mean that first game was absolutely amazing for me. Unlike anything I've ever like seen for the time, but I feel like then games started really kind of knowing what they were and kind of running with it. But what's your Kingdom Hearts simple and clean experience?
Well, without getting overly emotional, cuz I'll get very emotional.
He likes his Disney characters, guys.
I love them Disney guys, and that one time when Hercules and all them things, they're all good. Remember when Hercules is like, "Yo, Cloud, step off," and Cloud's like, "Ugh, I'm edgy," and he's like, "Nah, seriously, step off." I love that. I love that. It's there's something about the contrast of those two properties clashing that created like the ultimate cocktail for my brain as a child. Like it was the ultimate amount of like, oh, there's so much edge. Look at Squall. He changed his name. He's so broody. Anyway, go see Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They're gonna sell you items. Like it's
It is
so good.
it's so
It's so
good.
good. Just Sid being the grumpiest but most helpful person still. Yes, I love that. It just it was the perfect. It's just perfect. It's the perfect timing. It's the perfect time to try something wacky, and it just worked. It worked. It was so good. The soundtrack went too hard. The fucking the game level design went too hard. Why? I didn't need to surf everywhere in the Tarnsheim world. They could have just had me loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. But every now and then they'd be like, "What if you surfed on a tree? That would be cool, right?" And I was like, "Yes, this is great. I love this." It's that kind of like you said, experimental time, especially with like the anime style, anime esque games, that we get like all of these like they're like Well, we have fighting games, and we sort of recognize Smash as a big thing. You know, everyone who played Smash knows it's a
Oh
big thing.
God, Smash.
But what if Smash and then Naruto, and then you could customize the moves, and that wouldn't be annoying at all. And then we get fucking what was it, Clash of the Ninja? Those games were so much fun. It was the
They're
very first
so
time
good.
it was the first time in my life that I went on YouTube to look up like the most obscure thing you think of, and that's right. I looked at all the Ultimate animations because I'm too lazy to try and pull them off against fucking Josh Gralewski and Big C, and they were beating my ass. I'm not good at
All
the
friends
game.
of ours. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, and the crazy thing about it was I remember them being on, well, at least the ones I played were on GameCube,
Yeah,
and doing that on that fucking GameCube controller and
getting wrecked. Sorry, I was
getting
just always getting wrecked. I was always like, I'm gonna pick 10-10. That'll be fun. No, it was not fun.
Yeah, I mean, some of those ultimates are absolutely fucking broken though. And some of those button combinations, like I remember Gara just being so annoying to fight against because you could never get in. His sand was just always there, like popping
The
in the air,
ultimate
and he could
shield.
juggle it. Yeah, exactly, ultimate
The
shield.
ultimate shield.
Um, but
But it was
God,
like, but see that, and I think I kind of want to touch on that just a
yeah,
little bit because
go
I
for it.
know I just felt a tangent coming, but I do want to touch on that. The intentionality between then versus now with games
Mm.
is barrier to entry, right? Because they want more people playing the games now that they don't have gimmicks like that in the game. Like you don't have Gara's automatic ultimate shield pop up when you're attacking him. Just everyone has the same guard, and then you can eventually break their guard. And maybe Gara's guard lasts longer, but it's not the ultimate shield of like I popped up behind you, throw kunai, it still hits him in the new game. In the old game, it would just be like pink.
That's it. Yeah,
If you shot a
things are
fireball at his back, pink.
very homogenized now.
Yeah,
Less a barrier entry. That's a good way of putting it. Um, yeah, fighting games now, I feel like they're hitting like some amazing peaks. I mean, that last Street Fighter was amazing. The last Tekken was absolutely stellar. Um, Man, dude, I mean, I play Guilty Gear Strive still. That's a fucking amazing game too. They're always coming with DLC for it. Very anime like now.
definition
Um,
of anime like.
yeah, the whole like they get a whole fucking story. Like cutscenes are
Yeah,
just like
they're
straight up
good.
anime movies.
And they and again, as you bring up Strive, they really really leaned into it with their design process. Like everything about that game oozes like, if we took away the fighting parts, this would probably be a very watchable anime.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And touching on all those fighting games, how do you? It's kind of a weird thing because now you're getting all your like Smash Brother ultimates of everything, and like where do they take it from here? Or what are they? You know what I mean? Like you're just getting this like kind of again your Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, like this such a grand giant game. Like why
Hmm.
would they make another game when they have this 108 player roster that has everything
Yeah,
they want for it?
exactly.
Same thing with like Smash Ultimate or any other games that just pretty much has everything you want,
I
just putting onto a DLC now. So
Yeah,
that's what my point with that. Yeah.
yeah. I think the format of taking beloved shonen battle franchise and putting it into fighting game, that's bread and butter. It's always going to be bread and butter. They'll find a way to keep making that games. And if they can't do that, they're going to do the thing that I love slash hate the most. They're going to make a mobile gotcha game.
Oh, yeah.
They're going
Gem
to do
Stars 2 mobile only.
Jumpstar's Ultimate Refresh Divide
God.
on iOS and coming to Android in 7 months, only in China.
They're just gonna honker I still a star rail it. That's what they're gonna do with anime characters. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to get too deep into that now. I think we should probably. I want to save the rant
okay. All
about
right.
that. But I think what you're hitting on is that it is kind of getting to the, well, where do we, with anime games, where they came from, of like, the Japanese doing RPGs, the uh action, Smash likes, the Guilty Gears, the oh god, there's so many. There's the Arena Fighters, so many Arena Fighters,
Too many
so
arena fighters.
Jump Force,
Jump Force.
Jump Force.
That's what it's called. That's what it's
Um,
called. Jump Force. I said Jump Stars.
well,
Yep.
because J Stars was the one before Jump
Oh, was that
Force.
it? Okay. Okay.
Yes, so J Stars was the one before Jump Force, which again, huge roster, the whole kit and caboodle, except didn't look like somebody put a bunch of weird figurines and gave them life. I really hated the art direction for Jump Force, but that's
Really
neither
real
here nor
looking.
there.
Yeah.
I think the realism could have worked if they just kept to the tenets of the characters. Instead, they just tried to get everyone to look as human as possible, and it was like, how do you honor that with characters who don't have realistic proportions? Like the fucking
any One Piece
JoJo's
character.
alone,
Yeah.
the JoJo's and the One Pieces of the world. How do you make that look like a human person? It just doesn't make sense.
It worked for the Bleach characters, but it sure as hell didn't work for the JoJo characters. I don't
It,
know.
it was okay, but like again, so we have like all these wide swings for anime characters and anime games and stuff. But I think like where we're kind of headed is back to that like experimental phase again. Because now that they've, like if they want to be safe, they make a gotcha game. Put it on iOS, you put it on Android, you paywall literally everything.
God.
Cool. Easy money. But that's not putting something new out. You're just going, do you like this thing? Well, here it is. Do you have a problem with gambling? Here's that
too. Are you under 12 years old?
Yeah.
Do you have access to your parents' credit cards?
Are you maybe over 25 years old and have a childhood thing you need to fulfill? Like they know who they're hitting.
Do you need a babysitter for your child when they're? I don't know.
It's a very thing, but like there's one. I'm glad you brought it up. There is one franchise that's been struggling to find their bread and butter as far as a video game is concerned, and it's One Piece.
Yeah,
there've been a lot of good to okay games of One Piece that have like these really cool ideas in them, and then that's it. There's no innovation, there's no risk taking. It's just, hey, you like the story of One Piece, would you like to revisit it for the 507th time?
Yes.
Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like there's only so many RPGs, there's only so many third person over the shoulder action games I can play. There's just like a lot of like there's a lot more variety with like Gundam. Like Gundam games.
Gundam games strive, man.
There's you got the first person shooter that's been out for a little bit. Who knows how long that's gonna last, but it's still out. You got the first person shooter. You got the Gundam Breaker, which is the Gunpla one. God, what else did they have? They had
I don't mean to like black out your train of thought, but just talk about mech games generally. My first experience with that, I know you played this one. Zona Enders. This was like a diamond in the rough, like at a video store.
Baby.
Oh my god, the controls were so smooth, so nice, and that was very anime.
Honestly, it's, if I had to say top 5 anime games I've ever played, that's number 2. Easy.
It's up there, man. Yeah, really.
It's number 2 for me. It just has like Zone of the Enders, and then Zone of the Enders Second Runner has the feel of Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it, man.
It has the like that first game, you're a kid, you're in the mech, you got in the mech, you're not Shinji, you did it on purpose, and you go through this game as this kid, like learning just the bare minimum of how to operate this robot that, thank God, has an AI. It's the only time I'm going to say that. It's the only time I'm going to say that. Hey, AI, I love you, but and then at the end of the game, when you feel like you're like, I'm powerful, I've done it, and then the big bad shows up and goes, no, you're not. Not even close. You just barely made it out of the like getting that reality check of you just barely made it out of this by the skin of your teeth and you're not powerful. And then you go to the second game and you start off where the kid ended as
Mm-hmm.
probably the best named protagonist ever, Dingo.
Dingo.
Dingo. Uh, by the way, another Kojima joint, guys. Another Kojima joint. He don't miss.
He
He
doesn't
don't know
miss.
how. He
Kojima's
doesn't know
great.
how to miss.
His early stuff is so experimental and oh, so good.
And it's just a really good like when you get a sequel like this that makes you feel powerful, that like you feel the exponential power creep happening in real time. That shit is gas. You do not always get that
In a mech game back
in a
then.
mech game, in a mech
Um,
game of all things, in a mech game that felt fast and fluid, but still weighty enough that you felt like you were in a giant robot.
yeah, shout out to Zodenders. Fucking phenomenal game.
Go play it. Go play it right now.
Yeah,
Actually,
go check it out.
I don't try to do this because we want you to keep listening, but like you could start it and listen. It's easy. The opening cinematic stuff is just them nonsense talking. It's not important. By the time you're done with the prologue stuff, we'll be done yapping and you'll be playing Zone of the Enders too. And I do the second one. Just go ahead to the second one. It's
Big
okay.
recommend. Big recommend.
I won't judge you for going straight to the second one.
Now this is a franchise I'm not really familiar with. We were talking about RPGs earlier, and I really haven't played any Dragon Quest games. I'll be honest. I haven't.
Like Asp.
I know.
Touch
I know.
them.
Blasphemy.
I don't like to do this twice in a podcast, but Brian, turn on your second monitor.
Oh my
Get
God.
that Dragon Quest going right now.
All right, doing it as
Yeah,
we
Dragon
speak.
Quest is so good. Dragon Quest, honestly, more near and dear to my heart than Final Fantasy, hands down.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I had the port of Dragon Quest 6, I think, or 3. I don't know. One of them on my like Game Boy SP Advance, and I played that until I got it stolen from me. Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
They knew what was up. They wanted to play it too. They said that guy's having way too much fun. This
I
is what
played
I
it
need in
all
my
the
life.
time. Lunch breaks, played it. In the hallways, played it. Ran into so many people. I was playing this thing all the time. And it's because, like, the thing I absolutely love about Dragon Quest games is one, obviously, the aesthetic is there. Kira Toriyama always fucking kills it with, like, fantasy designs. He's just undefeated when it comes to that stuff, in my opinion, personally. Um, and just there was a difficulty to Dragon Quest that just wasn't there in certain other games. It's very unforgiving early on. You don't just walk into an encounter and be like, "I killed the slime."
I love it.
You walk up to a cute slime, you hit it once, it doesn't die, it hits you real hard, and then you almost die, and you're like, "Wait, I'm just a guy, and there's 3 of these. I'm out. I'm running. I gotta get out of here." And the only way to level is to make sure you have plenty of potions and the right equipment, and like it forces you to interact with the game on a level that is intuitive, but also you have to use your brain. There is a strategy of like, I need to make sure I have this equipment. I need to make sure if I have this spell that I am using it, because if I don't, this fight is going to be hard. It's very, very, very well made. And I love the stories. They're always good. I haven't played a Dragon Quest and not liked the story. There's been some where I don't like the characters as much, but the stories are usually like good. Like the stories are usually like you get into them naturally. They don't just go, "Oh yes, it is the century of 1807 and we're medieval and these are all the things that are happening around you and you're just some guy." It's like it very slowly gets you into whatever the conflict is, and then that conflict leads into more. It just I love Dragon Quest. It's
I'll
so
have
good,
to put it on my list of things to play, man.
so good, so good, so very good.
Yeah. What else can we muster up here in
Hey,
our vault of video games?
let's talk
Okay.
about the big dog because we already brought him up. We already
Okay.
we brought him up. Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
Come on, guys. You're
It's
out
happening.
there. You know. He knows. I know. it's one of the best for a reason. Not just because it's anime, like it's just very well made game. It's fast, it's fun. There's unique gameplay. There's a lot of like the flashiness of it is very reminiscent to anime. There's special attacks that you do with your homies that they're calling out the names of these attacks. They're
Anime name
calling them
attack.
out. It's such a very like it feels like you are playing through some anime's like story. Like there's just so many vignettes of like you're in a trial and it's a very big room and it doesn't have to be this big and there doesn't have to be that many people judging you, but there are because why wouldn't there be? And it's epic and it's cool and the designs go hard and there's a guy with spiky red hair.
That looks like Tapion from Dragon Ball, one of the Dragon Ball movies. I mean, come on, they look very similar, don't they? Um,
Hey, sometimes when inspiration strikes, it strikes twice. Okay.
um,
Or
yeah,
would you
man,
say, or technically, I guess you could say Tapion looks like him because I'm almost positive he came out first. I'm almost
probably,
positive Chrono was
probably,
before.
you're probably right. Yeah, maybe it's just, hey, this really cool concept art I have for this game that's not out yet. Let's put it in the movie before it comes out. That's probably a thought process for that one. Would you
That's fun.
want? I know we already did this episode, but like, would you want a remake of that
Yes.
masterpiece? Okay.
Yep. Immediately. Right now. Give it to
Yeah.
me. Stick it in my veins.
It
Give
would
me give
sell.
me that sweet, sweet updated cell shaded all of that. All of the love and care that they put into the anime games now. I would die. I would die for a Chrono Trigger remake. I don't want to die, but I would.
You would die, then be resurrected to play it.
Yeah,
I got it.
please bring me
Yeah.
back to life immediately. Like, please resuscitate. Do resuscitate, please. Yeah, just the game itself is near and dear to my heart. It's one of the first games me and my brother like actively tried to beat together. Um, like sitting down, making sure our saves were separate, making sure that like every nook and cranny of every map was checked, doing everything to get everyone's ultimate gear set at the end. Like just we wanted to fully complete that thing. I don't think either of us touched a walkthrough or talked to a friend about it until like we felt like it was 100% done. And then we fucking missed the fucking dark magic user because my brother was like, nah, fuck this guy. He tried to kill me earlier. I don't care about his sad backstory. And then he's just didn't get him. He's
I
so
see.
mad because he was so mad because I ended up getting him because we had a system of like if he chose X route, then I would choose the other route.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome.
So I
Yeah.
ended up getting him. He's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. He just was like, yo, dude, I'll join you. I was like, sure.
I didn't have any siblings to play video games with really growing up. I think my brother played a little bit of Zelda with me, a
Mm,
smidge. If you want to constitute that as like as a anime like game, kind of is now.
it is.
Um,
Yeah, it kind of is.
it
Again,
was
another one that
animated.
kind it turned a corner, right? Like
Yeah.
it was very much like a Tolkien esque like fantasy world for a long time, and then somewhere it just kind of
Changed out. Yeah, I think probably I would say Ocarina of Time when that change kind of happened a smidge. Maybe after.
I
Maybe after
wanna
Ocarina of Time.
I'm gonna throw a weird one to you. I think it was Twilight Princess that did it.
Yeah, Twilight Princess. Okay.
Yeah, because think about like the like so not grim dark themes of it, but it was very much in that same era of like the more darker, edgier animes were kind of like prevalent and talked about, and then you get like a sort of desaturated after Wind Waker, lots of like grime and shadow and but also like the larger than life like shadow beast things that you had to fight. You had
Also very
Midna.
anime, yeah. Felt
Midna was your
very
companion, and she was just sassy and like,
whole time.
yeah, just and then like, again, there's just so many like little those little anime spices. You put them in there, you mix it into
Anime
the
tropes.
product.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely what I guess you Twilight Princess is like a pretty much a set guy.
Yeah,
In a way,
yeah.
I woke up as a wolf in this demon princess girl is whatever. I don't know
I,
how'd you
I
categorize it.
can't. What is it? What would be the light novel title for Twilight Princess? Is like, I can't believe this demon princess turned me into a
Oh,
wolf.
I love it. There you go. This demon princess. That's so good. That's funny as shit.
Because she very,
Man.
like, again, she very much kind of fits into that, like, a Dare type. She definitely, like,
Hmm.
tsundere adjacent, because she very much does the, like, you stupid wolf.
Yep. And then you had the opposite with Zelda. And man, do you
Yeah.
remember the game Dark Cloud? We're talking about Zelda, and this game reminded me
Wow.
of PlayStation's answer. Hey, we need a Zelda game. We
Weekend
need a
Zelda.
dude that looks like a Link.
No,
Weekend
put it
Zelda.
back. Put it back. They fumbled so hard with Dark Cloud, man.
Yeah,
I get the attempt, but it was just like, you don't, like I was saying earlier. They did gameplay before the character and all that stuff, right? They made sure the
yeah.
gameplay was so tight, and then they were like, and now it's a Zelda, and now there's a Link, and there's Ganon, he's over there, and they just kind of like plugged and played until the thing made sense, and it's just really hard to copy that. It's incredibly hard to copy that team that comes together to do
Oh,
that
that
specifically.
superstar,
Dark
team they
Cloud,
got
man,
for
that's such a pull. That's a big pull.
I brought it up because whenever I think of like Zelda and Link, I was like, you remember that one time PlayStation tried to like do their own thing and make their own like I don't know. I feel like is their answer to like the oh well if Nintendo has this great adventure whatever game we need one of those as well.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a terrible game. God, the game was so
it's
fucking
bad.
bad.
It was really bad. Speaking of also bad games, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but me and I'm sorry to bring up siblings again. I know it's like you didn't have
No,
siblings to
it's
play your
okay.
games, but there's a game that we literally played until it broke and we had to buy another one. It's called Evil Zone.
I don't even know what this is. Evil
Evil's
Zone.
Evil Zone is the pre uh real what do they call it? The quick time event in your anime game type of thing. Um Evil
Uh-huh.
Zone was like just this really anime as fuck game that had absolutely no tie-in anime, no previous source material. They literally just made anime the game. Um
Bro, why does
it's
this look like
janky.
a Tenchi Muyo spin-off?
Hey,
Like
hey, you're hitting the appeal for me right there. That's why I picked it up. Um
Oh, I see. It looks so much like Tenchi
hey,
Muyo. What the
hey,
fuck?
that girl, she looked a lot like Ryoko, and
She really does. Yeah.
that's my
Okay.
first love right there,
You
baby. So
got
I picked that game
Ayoko
up
or
so fast.
yeah.
And it's
Is it
just, it has a lot of bad mechanics that work really well together cinematically. They don't work well as a fighting game. I'm going to be very clear about that. As a fighting game, bad, horrible. Why would anyone do this? Bud mapping, terrible, absolute shit. But when you pulled off a super, when you pulled off the cinematic dodging, uh, that shit was gas. It was fun. It was really fun to play when you were like not competitive. It was just, hey, let's do that thing where you clash and you run next to each other and do that anime sword thing. Ching, 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 ching. It was just in there. Those things were just in this game,
uh
and it really kind of opened my mind up to, you know, maybe if it is a shitty game, there's something fun like hidden in there. You know what I mean?
definitely
And I,
a B movie type
oh
deal
yeah,
game right
and
here.
that's what I'm saying. That opened my mind up to, oh, looks anime like. I'm going to give it a chance. Maybe there's something in there I'm gonna end up liking.
I know
And
it's
I,
a fighter, but listen to this story synopsis.
oh yeah, go ahead.
The story game tells I'm gonna butcher this name, Uda Doraka, a powerful being who exists in multiple dimensions at once. The inhabitants of the world, Fraser Happy Island, that's what it's called, translated to, were able to temporarily confine into a dimension known as the Evil Zone, a tournament held to select the strongest warrior throughout the dimensions. Oh my god. Okay,
Hey,
sorry. It is so
now, no, no,
generic.
no. So that exact thing in the '90s anime OVA narrator guy voice, they got that guy to do it in the English dub. So it was just exactly what you said, but in a world, blah, 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 and he was stuck, and it was the Chicago dub. Like the guy was in there. The narrator was so like that's what I'm saying. It had all of the like tropey things, and like the voice actors went so crazy for the localization. They didn't have to try. They didn't have to try, and half of them were trying, and that's what made the game fun. There's a tokusatsu character. His name is Dan Savar. They made a theme song for him in the game. It's there. It's present. It's just so full of those like otaku esque things of that time period that I think everyone should experience, even though it's honestly a terrible game. Just so bad. There's a long range attack and a short range attack, and they don't work half the time. Um, and there's a charge button for your aura, I guess. I don't know. It's just all very confusing. Um,
I don't have any trash video games
That's
like
what I was
that
saying. That's what
in
I was
my
trying to. That's what I was
arsenal.
trying to before because I know we're gonna get into some good ones at the back end here because I'm already thinking of a couple that we haven't talked about yet. Um, that are very anime. Again, anime likes. There's not a lot of, in my opinion, the best anime game I've played is the Naruto Storm 4. Like the
Mhm.
end of the Naruto Storm
Series of
like
games, yeah.
series of games. Storm 4 is by far my favorite anime game just because of like the campaign storyline alone. Not even because of all the fun I had playing online or how diverse the fighting system is or anything. Like the actual experience I had playing the campaign and the multiplayer combined was so good and happened at such a great time in my like anime life. And it just stays with me because for me, that's the ending I wanted to Naruto, and then they copied it in the anime, so it was doing something right. So that's all I gotta say. But yeah,
Hmm.
those Diamond in the Rough like trash games, uh, it was just that's back from the video game rental days, baby. Like you picked up something and you flipped a coin, you're like, maybe this is worth the four
Try
ninety nine. I don't
something
know.
new. Yeah, you going through your, queue of games you've been slowly like going through, and they wouldn't update it that often. So like,
Yeah,
they'd get that new game in, and that new game you want to play, you couldn't rent it because
everybody
someone
wants to
else
play a new
rented it.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody
so
wants to play a new
like,
game, so I
okay,
got to play something else.
try something else in the list of video games.
I got one for you.
Um,
I got
yeah,
one for you specifically, Ryan, because I
okay.
know that you've at least dabbled with it. Devil May Cry.
Oh, yes. Yes. Amazing. Very anime, actually, in a way. Especially now. Very much now. Yeah. Yeah, what about it, D? It's a great fucking game. I don't have much else to put on it other than that it's just over the top. Um
Come on, there we go. There, you're getting there.
it's
Over the
it's just
top,
it's over the
and
top, and I don't know what you're trying to say, but go ahead.
it's cheesy, bro. You know
Yeah,
it's
okay. Yeah,
cheesy. The
it's
cheese is
cheese for
real.
sure. It's not bad though. It's not
It is.
bad.
It is. It's the appropriate amount of cheese and cringe that I want in my anime like games. Is what I'm saying. Like, it just really rides that line so well, just so well. Like
Hmm.
think about the most recent installment. What other game is getting away with cowboy hat Michael Jackson dance?
That random.
Hmm.
I don't think nothing. Nothing
Yeah,
now. No.
nowhere, nowhere. Who
Nothing's
doing
taking
it?
those chances anymore. Um yeah, man. And they got that new anime series that's coming out for
Yeah.
Netflix that
See,
looks
Mm,
and with Johnny Young Bosch as
my goat.
what a pool. What a crazy pool for a video game. And talking about that, I mean, it seems like every freaking video game now seems to be getting some kind of some animated series.
Yeah,
Castlevania, this.
yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
more is in the works. They got that one like episode on Prime that's featuring a bunch of different video games in it.
Hmm.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of living in this age of like as a lot of people like to say there's a cross pollination going on back and forth, and it really is prevalent now because, like you said, we see Devil May Cry anime, we see the the weird anthology series that's coming out, we see more anime based on the property of something that was very successful, like uh, literally, so like Grand Blue Fantasy and Persona and God, Pokemon.
Pokemans.
It's the Pokemans, the Sanix. Sanix got brand new animated stuff that's anime adjacent as well. Like again, the list goes on, guys. Like we're kind of living in what I feel like is a not a golden age of anime games, but we're back in that like, hey, we made a lot of money fooling people for buying the PNGs of the cute anime girls. What do we do with all this cash?
Let's make an animated series. I mean, and that seems to be the formula now. Like, it just can't be a great video game if it's like an anime like video game because you got Persona, has an animated thing to it that was wildly successful.
Yeah,
It's just Blade Runner. Blade Runner got Blade Runner, Edge Runners.
yeah.
Now they're making another one because it's so successful. So, is this what we should expect from anime video, like video games going forward? Like, oh, if it's so successful, it's gonna get anime now. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, that would be fun to see because I would love to see more original anime esque games like Near Automata. You get
Yeah.
a full anime that kind of just focuses more on the lore and the stuff that people fell in love with without the without the very fun distraction of the gameplay, but you get the unfiltered lore that you love about the thing. um Personally, I'm sad that it was too early to the ship. I would have loved to see an Ashura's Wrath anime.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool. It would have been so cool. I would have loved it. It would have been the greatest like 12 episode anime ever. I don't think it'd have been longer than that. Anything longer, bad. I need Ashura to get through his business real quick.
Talk about video games and anime adaptations. I know in our other sister pod, Machine of Nonsense, you guys are doing was called a disk drive in the
Mhm,
Metal Gear Solid. Pushing that aside for a second, putting
mhm.
this on the table in front of you presented. Um, would you like to see this live action, or would you want them to do an animated just run of Metal Gear Solid? Because I feel like it could go either way. I think we're at that point in movies where CGI is so good and the technology is so good
Yeah.
that they could make a Metal Gear game, but also they can make an amazing anime Metal Gear game as well. Um,
I
that's
think here's part of my answer.
okay.
I saw the little there was like a preview of the upcoming Gundam anime, quote unquote, on Netflix that looks hyper realistic. Um that's sick. I would love that for Metal Gear, but the bigger kid in me is like, but if we do live action,
Yeah.
but if we do live action though, I feel like it'll hit that bigger audience just because it's still down to earth enough.
It really
And
is.
especially in the current time where the technology is caught up to all the crazy military, experimental stuff that Kojima found about, with all his research, he found out about all the experimental technologies and shit that are kind of real now. It would be really fun to see where they take that now. Like, would he keep his original ideas or would he go farther? Ooh, excuse me. Um, I would personally love to see live action just because of the pull it would get, because of how cinematic Metal Gear is already. Like, as a game, it's incredibly cinematic. And then I just want eventually to see, our man Raiden slicing up
Oh my god.
everything.
Most anime fucking character.
Hey,
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
get there. look, we were talking about anime games. The most anime game, my number one, by the way, Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. That
He had
shit
his own game,
slaps
yeah. Oh
so
man.
hard. It's so good. It's so anime. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's not the number one anime game on my list, guys, but it is my favorite anime like game. Period. Full stop. Oh, so good. Um, Give me that raspy voice, baby.
It would be such a role to fill to
Yeah,
cast Solid Snake.
yeah.
Um, who
Hater's
could do
getting
it?
old, man. He can't do it.
He
Hater's
can't do
old.
it. Can't do it. Whenever people think of like
Let him be solid
Solid
as.
Snake, you sort of think of Snake Plissken from the
Yeah.
Escape series a little bit. You know what I mean? And that's like, oh, that was my first like thought when I was thinking of like Metal Gear Solid
Mhm.
adaptations and what they could do with it, and could they make it into anime, and what would they do? He could do the voice though if they did an animated series, which would
Yeah,
be fucking another plus to that.
it'd be
So
cool.
yeah,
It'd be cool.
really cool.
Yeah, I'm just in that same headspace. I'm really in that same headspace of like, I'm excited to see, what other projects, video games go from. Like, are we gonna see more? Like you said, are we gonna see more successful ones go get an anime, or vice versa? You know, Anime video games, spawning from successful anime IPs. Like, it's just like it's a free for all now because of how big anime is getting.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie. I mean, even Lord of the Rings
Yum
is
yum yum
making
yum
their
yum.
own anime movie in December, so it's like, what is not getting animified, I suppose. But in terms of video games, there's a lot I would love to see them take a shot at. Um,
What you got?
I would like, honestly, I would like a Kingdom Hearts anime, like a cohesive story that tells it all in one jumble that people can understand. That would be my
Ugh.
wet dream.
That's a big ask. He's
Oh, it's
he's
a big
asking for a
ask.
lot.
Yeah. Or maybe give us, how successful the Final Fantasy 7 uh movie was when they made it.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like a more, and they did the, Spirits Within. That was the other thing,
Hey,
but
no, get out of here.
I would like to see another Final Fantasy anime series. I think they could really. I think Square could really sell. I didn't they do something with
They did.
15, right?
They tried to get it off the ground with 15, and that
Okay,
15 had such a mixed reception that it just never
mm,
kind of like stuck its feet in the ground. They were
got it.
running, but there's never like a planted tree. There's nothing to grow from there. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I agree. I think there was some early attempts with Final Fantasy animes that had nothing to do with Final Fantasy proper, which was a bad mistake on their part. But you learn. Look it up, kids. There's a Final Fantasy anime out there. There's a cute chocobo and some guy who's a protagonist that no one cares about. It's all right. It's okay. It's a OVA series. It's fun.
Well,
Well,
trash games. I was thinking about while you were talking. I was like, man, I don't have any trash anime games. I'll bring
yeah.
it up. I'll bring it up. I really love Hajime Ippo,
Mhm.
and I love everything about that. And I was always wanting for like a boxing game for that game. I never got the chance to play. There was a really amazing PlayStation Hajime Ippo game called Victorious Road or something. Apparently, it's just like one of the best boxing games ever like made of its time. But I set that aside and I waited for the fucking. You remember when the Wii gimmick with the
Yeah.
nunchucks
Uh-huh.
and you could Wii
Yeah.
boxing and
Uh-huh.
they're like, oh hey, guess what? We're coming out with Hajime Ippo, and it was the worst fucking pile of garbage ever. It was the worst. It was so bad.
There's
Makes me
nothing fun
sad.
about it. There's no fun
Nothing fun
parts.
about it. You're just, because the commercials show you really getting into boxing, but like really,
Yeah.
you're just drabbing
No
it like a
Dempsey roll?
no,
No
no
Dempsey
Dempsey roll,
roll?
no Dempsey roll.
Ah,
Yeah,
you hurt.
so
It hurts, ladies and
that's my
gentlemen.
only
We've
trash,
taken a fatal blow. Uh,
only trash take for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the beauty about at least the era we're living in right now is that there's probably a lot of those. There's probably a lot of like I've seen I'm sure somebody out there's like, why didn't they mention Hyper Dimension Neptunia? Because nobody plays those games. Because you play. Why don't they talk about light novel games? The graphic novel game? No.
Truth is, kids, there's just too many games out there for us to
Yeah,
mention in 1 hour episode. But we just kind of briefly talked about some of our favorites, some of the kind of held dear to our hearts. Um, with
and
that,
keep an eye out for all the new ones coming out, guys. There's so many just
so
in the
many.
next couple months, in
It's
the
crazy.
next year. There's gonna be a lot.
I want to end episode on a lighter note. Give me your most nostalgic, favorite anime like esque video game that always puts a smile on your face. D. What is your one game? Could be NES, Super NES, even after that.
I mean, the real top dog, the one that stands above all anime like games, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom
Uh,
Hearts 2.
it's got everything you want. It's got your tsundere, it's got your kudere, it's got your protagonist that never gives up. It's got your rival character who's so dark and broody, and you don't
They
know what he's
went hard
doing.
anime into that series. I mean, the first one was very light and fluffy, but a little dark, but they didn't go too hard. But number two is
you have
like,
your
hey,
you have your mysterious guy that's helping you? Question mark. Like it's got it all.
it's perfect.
It's even got like the delivery of the lines. Like I'll never forget that prologue scene. He
Oh my
takes the
god.
one keyblade out. He takes two keyblades out. Two? Yeah,
what
it's everyone can count, dude. Like what?
what a time to be alive. That hidden
That's good.
cutscene it is
Oh
just
yeah. Oh, the hidden cutscene too.
God.
Oh,
That was chef's kiss,
guys, you
guys.
don't. I'm so sorry, my sweet babies, my children out there. You don't understand about the secret cutscenes that weren't just after credit. It was the one you had to earn, the
You
one
just
that you
couldn't.
bled for, the one that you killed 100 mushrooms for. You don't understand. I mean, you probably do because you're listening to this. But man, it was worth it
You
every
just couldn't
time.
YouTube your secret ending because you couldn't actually get it legit. Um,
Ain't me. Couldn't be me.
can be me.
Couldn't
I
be me.
guess my take would be, there's a game that actually has a film. It's called Little Nemo: Adventures of Slumberland.
Ooh,
This is
little
a deep
Nemo.
cut, dude. Little
Come
Nemo
on.
Adventures.
Okay.
Have you seen that movie? It's good. It's
Tell the
pretty
children out
good.
there. Tell them.
Pajama, throwback. But it was like this part, like dark Disney movie anime thing with actually good voice acting. It was strange, but the video game on NES, it slapped. It was great. It was like this mixture, like of like being Kirby and getting all these like different powers to dig or like fly or whatever in the nightmare realm. That always puts a smile on my face. That was a good game, and I found that out from renting it. So another
Hey,
diamond in the
that's
rough.
your. I was gonna say, there's your hidden treasure right there, Ryan. It was right. It was right there the whole time,
Yeah. Well, it's not the friends we
and
made
you
along the
could be
way.
there the whole time. Follow us on all the social medias. Do it. Do it right now, or don't. It's okay. We like you here. Here is fine too. You don't have to.
Well,
You don't have to do all that.
it's not the friends we made, but it's the video games we made along the way. All right, guys. That's it for us for Mondays. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Maybe you're doing dishes. Maybe you're doing laundry. Doesn't matter. Hit the like and subscribe on all our socials, and we will catch you guys in the next pod. See ya.
Stay filling. Stay fill right there. We're
We'll
still
never get it.
workshopping a thing, okay? We're still workshopping a thing. But
If you have a like,
don't skip, don't skip, don't skip, don't skip.
don't skip the
Oh,
filler.
don't skip the filler. Don't do it.
Same fill time, same fill place.
Same fill place.
All right, guys. Have a good one. See ya.
Oh, that's good. That was good. That was good. So just fucking rapid fire horrible